Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Good news and bad news. The good news is that this all seems to work. My automated kitchen. Sort of. Like, look here, there's a frost bun there on the ground. But it's not getting picked up to put in the fridge. Does this have to touch the bottom of the fridge, maybe? That could be. The main problem, though, the bad news, is that the fridges don't send any logic signal if they don't have power. So I had to plug them into power. I didn't plug in the sleet wheat grain or the raw egg because those don't, you know, I don't care if those fill up or not. But the other fridges I do need to leave turned on in order for them to send the appropriate signals. So that's an issue because they generate some heat and they use a lot of power. 120 watts each, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them that I have to have connected. That's 720 watts just to run the refrigerator. So I don't think it's worth it. So, and these auto sweepers don't seem to be working either. So, what does that mean? That means I need to come up with a different solution. So the other thought that I had was that maybe instead of the refrigerators, I can use pressure plates. Or a weight plate, rather. Let me find where else. I think I have a weight plate. Yeah, I have a weight plate for the oxalate, for example. And you can set it for how much weight you allow before it sends a signal. So what I'm thinking now is maybe instead of this, maybe I can just have, let's say an auto sweeper, and then we can have conveyor loaders that'll accept, you know, the various products, and those will drop on a specific tile where I can put a weight plate and use those to turn the machines on and off. Because yeah, like I said, I think the other issue is I think this doesn't work. I think the sweeper doesn't work if it doesn't touch the bottom of these refrigerators. I didn't notice that before because when I was using the boxes, they had to touch the bottom because they're only one tile high. Well, one thing I can do, let's verify that first of all. All right, let's move this down one tile and make sure that that part of it is actually working. Because that would mean I would need to have this thing right here in order for it to, even if it's going to pick up off the ground. Dude, what's wrong with you? Allergic reaction to what? Oh, from germ-filled oxygen. What the heck is this? Oh, Buddy Buds. I don't remember planting those there. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of those. Those give off some kind of pollen or something. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's clean those up. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, so the auto sweeper works, but it's got to touch the bottom. Okay. So I think I'm going to have to redo this using the technique that I just mentioned. But if I'm going to take out the fridges, then what I can do is I can come up one more tile. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. I'll delete that. And let's just... now the other thing is I'll need to have the sweeper... Okay, well let's start here. For the seeds, I'm just going to leave that there. But so what I need is I need a pile for frost buns, right? And I need to put this in a place where... Okay, so if I put it right there, it can pick up frost buns and it can put them in a chute, which will drop down here and it won't be able to pick them up again. Because we don't want that, we don't want it to just be picking it up and putting it in the chute. Okay, and then, but then we need a sweeper over here that'll pick up the frost buns to place those into the range. Okay, so that could work. All right, and then let's try putting a conveyor loader right there. And we'll drop it out right there. Okay, so I'm going to have to deconstruct that fridge. All right, I'll sweep the sandstone. And then we'll put a conveyor chute right there. And somebody picked up all the frost buns and are they taking them down here? No, where did all my frost buns go? Yeah, I have 100 and... Are they still there and I'm just not seeing them? Where did they go? That is a mystery. Where did all my frost buns go? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, the other thing I have to do is I need to put that weight plate there. I'm going to lose my CO2. Ah, I know what I can do. Alright, we'll put a tile there first. And then from the diagonal, I can pick that up. What I want to know, though, is where the heck my frost buns went. They still exist somewhere. Are they down here? No, I don't think they're down here. No frost buns. Oh, you know what? They're up here. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That is fine for now. Okay, now I can delete that tile without losing the CO2. I'll put in the weight plate. I need to delete that. Oh, I didn't want to delete the knot. Well, actually, I don't need a knot gate anymore. I can control that with the weight plate. I do need a bridge. There. And this is waiting for, yeah, for skilled labor. Okay. So let's sweep the lead. Let's sweep the sandstone. I can now delete that. Okay. Oh. One more wire. There we go. Okay. So one of these fridges can hold 100 kilograms. So let's say that this is going to send a green signal if below 100 kilograms. But before we do that, let's take a look at a frost bun. Do I really need 100 kilograms of frost buns? I think I probably do not. All right. One of them is 1,200 calories. Let's see, each dupe consumes, what is it, 1,000 calories a day? Or is it 2? Let me search this up real quick. Yeah, 1,000 calories a cycle. I've got 12 dupes. So that's 12,000 calories. I need 12,000 calories worth of Frostburger every cycle. One Frostburger takes... That's 2 Frostburgers. But they can't eat. So if they eat a 6,000 calorie Frostburger, does that mean they don't need to eat every day? Or do they just eat a part of a Frostburger? I'm assuming they only eat 1,000 calories at a time. Okay, so let's say we store up 3 cycles worth of food. That's 36,000 calories. So 36,000 calories at 6 Frostburgers. That would be 7,200 calories of frost buns. So what I need to find now is what the weight of a frost bun is. Like how many calories? So 2,200 grams has 2,600 calories, more or less. This doesn't tell me, right? Yeah, it doesn't say how much it was. It doesn't say how much a frost bun weighs. So if I need, all right. So let's just say 10,000, or let's just say 10 kilograms, right? That's enough for, that should be enough for 6 burgers. Okay. So I am going to say this one will accept frost buns. This will hold 1,000 kilograms just by itself. Okay, and I'm going to tell it to allow manual use so that we can bring some over from these. And I'll have to make this a priority 7. So that way we'll get all the frost buns piled up over here. I would think. Alright, they're not coming out. more section of rail. How many people do I have with mechatronics engineering? There's one, Bert. Okay, Dolly. All right, Bert and Dolly are both mechatrons. Bert has a decent build priority, and Dolly has a decent build priority. Let's elevate their building priority, since they're the only ones who can do these mechatronic engineering tasks. Oh, am I dumb or what? This is going to pick them up and stick them back in there. Okay, so it looks like all the frost buns got unloaded. Some of them are sitting in the conveyor loader, but they're not coming out. Why is that? This has a red signal. Okay, there's a little piece of wire that still exists there. I gotta get rid of that. There we go. Okay, now it'll start endlessly picking up and dropping off frost buns. So I gotta get rid of this thing. All right. I'm going to deconstruct this. I think I'm just going to have to load the range manually. Which is not the end of the world, because at 6,000 calories a pop, we're not going to need to run it very much. There we go. Okay, so I've got close to 100 kilograms of frost bun sitting in here. Alright, I really need to get this lead picked up, because that's messing up my sensors. Okay, is there any more frost buns anywhere else? No. Okay. And in fact, we can just tell it, we can change the settings so that these no longer allow frost buns. Okay, and then this one, I turn off allow manual use. Okay, and that grill is disabled, so we won't make any more frost buns until we really need them. Let's get rid of that rotten frost bun. We don't want that. What else do we have sitting there? Some lead. Okay, now there's some barbecue sitting there. This thing can't work because, yeah, same stuff. So let's deconstruct that. All right. So this is for the Frostburger storage. This one's for the barbecue. Okay, so we need a weight plate under the barbecue. We don't need a weight plate for lettuce. And we don't need power for lettuce. There we go. So let's disconnect the power for the lettuce. Okay, so I'm gonna need these pressure plates for the burgers and for the barbecue. Okay, then let's sweep up all of that. Okay, and then we can remove that. All right, so I need to be able to drop off the barbecue there, and I need to be able to drop off... Yeah, so you know what? Not being able to touch the bottom is going to help me here. Because I can put one sweeper here. Since I've decided that we're gonna be okay with manually loading the range. Okay, now let's get rid of the NOT gates. Let's get rid of those wires. Okay, let's pick that up. Okay. Okay, this is alright because I'm going to delete the refrigerator. Okay, so that's for barbecue and that's for the frost burgers. And then I'm going to put two separate conveyor loaders. Alright, let's deconstruct these refrigerators. Alright, so there's my frost burgers and there's my barbecue. So I'll copy the settings for the barbecue. And I guess I'll copy the same settings for the frost burgers. I don't know what a frost burger weighs. It's not going to tell us. And I'll put it down here so it doesn't accidentally get snatched from midair by the auto sweeper. It could happen. I wonder why all that wire is made out of wolframite. I guess I was out of copper. Oh, crud. All right. delete those wires, and then I am going to have to move these conveyor chutes up. And the conveyor rails as well. Or the conveyor chutes, rather. Alright, we'll put those right there. And then we need to sweep all that up. Okay. Let's delete those wires. Okay, now wire bridge. There we go. All right. So this one is going to pick up barbecue. And this one is going to pick up frost burgers. Okay, and those are both enabled. There's a frost burger right there. Why haven't you picked it up? There it goes. Okay, and let's allow manual use. Oops. And we'll set those to 7 priority. So that we pick everything up out of these. Okay, and I see some other stuff getting dropped there. I don't want any lettuce there. Okay. So we don't want any more barbecue, cooked fish, fried mushrooms. You know what? Let's just... I don't want anything at all going in these anymore. What's this for? Alright, I don't want anything in there either. Alright, so we'll move all the food out of there. Omelet, fried mushrooms. Alright, let's put, we'll put fried mushrooms down here. Because that's kind of a inferior food source. Okay, so now I think I can disallow the manual use. So that we stop putting them in there. Okay. And now everything is turned off. Alright, we've still got CO2 down there. And we don't need to cook any of this jazz. Because we have so much of it. Okay. Good. How many pounds of frost burgers have I got? I have 15.5 kilograms of frost burgers. So that should tide them over. Ooh, we're having fish tonight. Okay. Now what am I going to do about fish? Let's have this store pacu fillets as well as cooked fish. Now I do want the grill. I guess I can just make another grill to manually make fish, right? I have to fix this for omelets as well. All right. So I'm going to put in one more grill over here. And we'll use that one for the fish. Take fish off the menu on this one, since this one is going to be automatically disabled. The cooked fish I'm just going to make whenever it's available. So we'll take cooked fish and pacu fillet in this fridge. But I can unpower it since it's in CO2. Okay, and this one will be cooked fish only forever. That's somewhat rare, so I don't have to worry about this running all the time. It'll only run when it needs to, or it'll only run when there's fish available. Okay, so now we just need to fix omelets. Okay, so let's start by getting rid of all the automation wire. Let's get it rid of, there's some wire stuck on that one too. Okay, I'm gonna cut power. And then we'll do our little trick here. So we can put in our weight plate without losing any carbon dioxide. Okay, so I'm going to need an automation wire bridge right there. Automation wire there. Automation wire there. And copy settings. Remove that block. Alright, then we'll deconstruct the fridge. Alright, and then anything that's not an omelet, I want to get swept up. Yeah, including anything there or there. Okay, so I've got nearly 100 kilograms of omelets sitting there. And that is my cooked fish. And that's my raw egg. Okay, and the grill for raw egg is for omelets is turned off. And that can't reach the bottom. But it also can't reach the raw egg. Well, I guess we can't win them all. Yeah, to me it's more important that we just limit our food production rather than Ooh, there's rotten meat in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm more concerned about limiting the food production than I am about automatically loading the grills. Okay, so this is going to be for omelets. And we'll do manual use until we get all the extra omelet picked up. Okay, I think that's all of it. All right, that's a lot of omelets. 287. That means we won't need to crack eggs for a while. And it also means I'm going to accumulate a lot of meat while I start to decrease my food production. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay. Let's do surf and turf forever. If I've got cooked fish and I've got barbecue, let's turn that into surf and turf. So let's take cooked fish off the menu. I'm going to take frost buns off the menu. Omelets we'll eat because I don't think there's anything better we can make with an omelet, at least not that I know of. We can make mushroom wraps. I have a lot of fried mushroom. And we can make pepper bread. I've got tons of pinch of pepper nut. But I don't have too much sleet wheat. I think I'd rather save that for the burgers. And I don't have any gristleberry. Okay. So the surf and turf. I guess I'll dump the surf and turf here too. Is that okay that I do that? I don't see it here. Well, I've never made it before. That's why. I think we'll make some right now. Oh, but it's turned off. All right, well, let's put in... I could put in an override switch. Pardon me. But then I'm just going to be making more food that I can't eat. So that's fine. Let's just leave it like that. I would like to get this meat brought over here. Oh, you know what? That's no good. Because now the cooked fish is going to be sitting inside the machine, not getting used. I don't know if it'll go bad while it's in there. Okay, no, it won't, because when it's loaded in the machine, you can see the change per cycle is 0%. So I guess that means that it won't get stale. Change per cycle. I wonder if we had food stored, if we had food sitting outside, then maybe I assume that change per cycle would be greater than 0%. Okay, so it appears to be safe sitting inside the machines. So that's not a problem. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to leave it like this, and we'll see how it goes. So what's the advantage of all this? Well, by doing all this, now my cook, who is also one of my mechatronics guys, or no, that's Dolly. Who is my cook? I can't remember. Here, we can fix that. So Harold is a builder and a digger. I wish I could rename them from in here. One thing I started doing in other games that I've been playing, of Oxygen Not Included, is I add their role to their name. So, for example, Harold, I would call Digger Harold. And Nicola would, he's also a digger, so he would be a digger as well, Digger Nicola. This guy would be Farmer Bert. This guy would be Rancher Trivaldo, etc. I could change their hats too, I suppose. Let me change their hats because they're already all... They're all exosuit trained, so I don't need those goggles to tell who is and who isn't. So these two guys are diggers. Bert is my farmer. I don't think I really need a farmer though, do I? Okay, so he's Super Rancher. Dolly's my artist. Devin is my surgeon. He's a farmer as well. Ellie is my plumber. I mean, she's construction. Let's do construction. That's more important to what I want to know. Camille could be a pilot. She's a scientist. Yeah, let's train Camille up to be a pilot. Okay, so we'll give her rocket navigation. Nisbet, I'll give rocket navigation. Frankie gets rocket navigation. And Abe gets rocket navigation. Alright, so I've got 4 pilots and 2 rockets. Alright, well, let's watch everybody put their hats on. Yeah, so the farmer now is of questionable value because I'm no longer doing any farming. So I wonder if I might want to skill scrub those guys. I don't know. I guess I don't really have anything else that I need them to do. All right, so I'll just make him a mechatronics guy. And wow, he's got really high morale and not much else to do. What could I do to improve him? I guess I'll leave him as the farmer. Oh, he can also cook. Okay, so let's assign him as our chef. That was, who was that? Ashcan. Cooking. Okay, and Devin is also a cook. So let's make cooking high priority for those 2 guys. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're all properly sorted there. Okay, and now we can start to get rid of this stuff. So let's do that. I think I'll leave one of these. Well, no, I don't. See, I would like to be able to get that meat dropped down in this meat dropped down here. All right. Yeah, so let's do this. I'll put a high priority for meat here. It'll get full of meat. There's not too much of it. And then I can deconstruct the tile, deconstruct the fridge, and it should drop down. I might have to open that door. Alright. And actually we can just deconstruct all of this. So let's have this take meat. I'll give it an 8 priority. And actually, if I give it a high priority, then maybe... Oh man, it's full already. Did I pick it all up? Nope. Okay, let's deconstruct that and deconstruct that. Ah, wonderful, and it fell down inside. All right, let's get the sandstone out of there. And there's some rotten meat in there that I want to sweep up. What am I doing with my rot piles, by the way? Didn't I have a composter someplace? Or am I thinking of another playthrough? I think I'm thinking of another playthrough. Where could I put compost? Let's put it down here. I've got a little bit of polluted water. Or I could put it down here. Yeah, let's put it down here. So let's do that, and I'll put in a couple composters that we can use to pick up rot piles and stuff. All right, now I need to get rid of this. And how am I going to deal with this water? All right, well, one thing I can do is I can let out the top layer of water, and hopefully I'll be able to mop it up. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll put a tile there. That'll push some more of it up. Can do more mopping that way. And one more time. All right, that water disappeared. I guess that's good. And I guess I'll just let that meat spoil and we'll feed it to our composters. So these will take polluted dirt and other compostables. Okay, yeah. Anything rotten should be taken automatically to turn into compost. Now, I'm not sure I necessarily want polluted dirt going in there. All my polluted dirt is being stored down here, right? Yeah, we get slime and polluted dirt. Okay, well I guess that's all right. At least this way we'll have a place to get rid of rot piles. Okay. So I think we're good. We got the kitchen mostly automated. It looks like we are clear to make more frost burgers. Let's make sure that that actually happens. Let's see what we got here. I'll take the Hoya seeds. Because I can plant those in places where it's getting too warm for briars and other stuff. Okay. Yeah, so he went in there. Fired up the range, made another burger, and that's it. Cool. So hopefully we'll see the available calories start to decrease over time. Oh, and I don't think that I showed you guys. I put in the natural gas line, which now appears as almost empty. Looks like we're going to be out of gas for a while. I wonder if I have any other natural gas geysers. Yeah, I've got one down here. Beautiful. Yeah, so I'm going to cap this one so that we can keep the natural gas flowing. Do we have any others? What's over here? No, that's hydrogen. Okay, well there's those two, and we still have a lot more exploration to do. So, oh wait, no, that's not a natural gas. That's an oil reservoir. I mean, there is natural gas there, which we could capture and pump out, but it's not coming from there. Okay, so I don't think I have... I think that's the only natural gas geyser I have right now. So it would be nice to find another one. The other thing would be to... I mean, I'm not really making enough petroleum to generate much natural gas over here. One thing I could do is we could prioritize the natural gas going to the gas range before it goes to power production. So let's do that. I'm going to need a gas bridge. There. That should do it. Okay. still have polluted oxygen in there. There's hardly any. I definitely want to get that pumped out. That way I can get rid of these gas filters that I've got. I have one there, and then I had another gas filter down here because there was some junk in the pipe that I had to filter out. Okay, so I should be able to get rid of this gas filter now. So let's do that. Nope. Jeez. Okay. And then once I get this vacuumed out, I can remove this one too. So we won't waste power. And the charge, okay, so this is running off of my main power grid. Man, it's nice. I'm so glad I got that power grid sorted out. Next time I build a new base, I'm definitely going to plan for that since the very beginning and do it early. It makes things so much easier. Having all your power production all go to the same place. Okay, this should be clearing out right now. There. Okay. Another thing I wish I would have done is move that gas pump up one tile, because the gas pump tries to pull. It pulls in like a cross pattern, like one tile below, one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, and one above. And by having it right here, I'm only going to be able to pull 3/4 of as much gas as it would be able to otherwise. Yeah, so we can get rid of that gas filter now. We can get rid of that pressure vent. And then we can just send this straight across. Okay. All right. So I think that's it for today. Now that I've got what do I have sitting here? Okay, there's surf and turf. Well, I hope somebody will come and eat it. Is that all that I have sitting there? Surf and turf. I've got surf and turf and mushroom wraps sitting there. I could put those down here. Or I could put them in here, which is raw egg. Yeah, this isn't going to hold much. So I'll just put surf and turf, mushroom wraps. We can put spicy tofu in there. Yeah. All the stuff that we're only going to get occasionally, just so it doesn't spoil. I would hope that somebody would, I mean, if I was walking past there and there was some surf and turf laying on the ground, I would clean it up immediately. Okay, let's put some ladder sections here. Okay, so the next thing I was thinking about doing is, you know, I used to have this wildlife park room over here. What I've seen some other people do is they will build like the ladder access that to the bedrooms and the bathrooms. they get some plants put in there and they turn that into, what do they call that? A nature reserve. Because if they have to go through it to get to the bedrooms, then that pretty much guarantees that they're going to get the morale boost for that. So I was thinking I might try to do something like that. Now, if I'm going to do that, I would have to relocate all the bedrooms and the bathroom and maybe the mess hall. I mean, it should really be here, right? Maybe there's a way that I can build it into that. I could even use some of this area. Because the other thing is that now that I've got some power, instead of using 5 unpowered incubators, I could use 1 powered one. And it would give me the same amount of output as these. Okay, these use, how much? 240 watts. I could probably afford to give it 240 watts all the time. So that's an option. What I would need to do is I would need to figure out how to get natural tiles deposited. And then I could take my pip with access to seeds and let him run loose in there, and he would plant those seeds on those natural tiles. And I read about a way that could be done. Let's check the room bonus again. No industrial machinery. So I'd have to get rid of my oxygen diffuser. I don't know if the conveyor rail counts as industrial machinery. But anyway, I'll look into it. Maybe we can do something like that. And that'll give my dupes another 6-point morale boost without having to do a whole lot except just cultivate this area that they all pass through multiple times every single day. So we'll see if I can do that. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.